Welcome to ABC Interactive English. Hi, everybody. I am your wonderful host, Shane.
And I am your wonderful host, Karen. But
yeah, something seems different.
Where
are we?
I don't think we're in the studio.
What?
It looks really, really different. And then I see the yellow brick road.
You see the yellow brick road? Yeah, I see that too. But maybe, you're supposed to click your heels to get us back home.
Okay.
Click your heels 3 times. You're wearing heels.
Okay.
Click them.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Hey, okay.
We're back.
We're back.
Smart, Shane.
Hey, well, that's what happens in the movie, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz.
And that's what we're looking at today. Today we're looking at part 1 of this wonderful story.
It's a very, very classic story. If you haven't seen it, you need to watch it. It's a classic. It has some classic characters in it. Of course, we have Dorothy.
That's right.
Right? And then we have
the Scarecrow.
And we have the Tin Man.
And there's also the Lion.
And
of course, the Wizard of Oz.
There's the actual Wizard of Oz. So you've seen the movie?
Yes.
And you remember it pretty well?
Pretty well.
How many times would you say you've seen the movie?
Well, I would say probably not too many times, but I have read the story many, many times.
Oh, you've read the story. I've never read the story, but I've seen the motion picture, the movie, probably when I was growing up, maybe 10 times.
Wow, so that means you must be a fan.
It used to be on television a lot. This is before there was cable television. So sometimes they would repeat old movies, and it is a classic.
That's right.
All right, I'm excited to get into today's lesson. So why don't we follow the yellow brick road?
Follow the yellow brick road.
Dorothy lives in Kansas with her aunt and uncle. One day, a cyclone hits their farm. It lifts the house and carries away Dorothy and her dog Toto. When the house comes down, Dorothy is in a strange place.
All right, so we're looking at the Wonderful Wizard of Oz, and this is Part 1.
That's right, the famous and classic story that many of you have heard of.
Okay, so why don't you begin reading?
All right. Dorothy lives in Kansas with her aunt and uncle.
Now, Kansas is in the United States of America. Am I correct?
You are absolutely correct.
Okay, they have lots of cyclones and tornadoes there, don't they?
Ooh, that's right. So let me continue. One day, a cyclone hits their farm. So what's a cyclone? So that is a noun. A cyclone is a powerful spinning storm with strong winds and rain that swirl around a calm center, like a big, dangerous whirlpool in the sky.
Those are scary.
Yeah, exactly. They're like tornadoes, right?
Right, exactly.
So for example, you can say the coastal town was warned to prepare for the coming cyclone, which could bring heavy rain and strong winds. Usually if you have a cyclone or a tornado, there's gonna be a lot of rain and strong winds.
Yeah, and it can destroy people's houses and it can throw their cars in the air, and it could really be very, very disastrous.
Very scary.
Now we have another vocabulary word, hit. Now, hit means to come up against something or somebody. So if you get hit by a cyclone, that means that you're going to be hit with force, especially something that's going to cause damage or injury. So for example, you can say, the bus hit the bridge. So continuing, it lifts the house and carries away Dorothy and her dog Toto.
Dorothy has a little dog named Toto.
I almost forgot about Toto. Toto's so cute.
That's right. But you mentioned how it carried away. So to carry away means to move someone or something away from a place.
Right.
So for example, you can say large storm can carry away homes and wash out roads. Very, very scary, right?
Yes.
Hello, I'm Tina. 我们来看一下刚刚课文里提到的单字跟文法重点。首先来看看单字的部分。第一个 cyclone 名词龙卷风。The cyclone caused a lot of damage in the town. 龙卷风在小镇造成了很多损失。下一个单字 hit 动词侵袭，它的三态是 hit. The storm hit the city last night. 暴风雨昨晚侵袭了这座城市。我们再来看一下文法重点。刚刚课文提到了 carry away 把什么带走移走 carry 在这里指的是移动搬运。我们来看看这个例句 The flood carried away several cars. 洪水把几辆车冲走了。Flood 指的就是洪水。那接着我们回到课文当中。
So let's continue. When the house comes down, Dorothy is in a strange place. So this is how the story started. It all started with a cyclone or a tornado,
Right.
and then it brought Dorothy and Toto to a strange place.
Yeah, it's like a strange new land. Everything is different there.
Exactly, and Dorothy and Toto, they have no idea where they are.
Could you imagine if something like that, you would feel like you were dreaming or something.
Definitely.
You wouldn't think this is real life.
Well, it is a story.
Well, it is a story, but could you imagine if something like that actually happened to you?
That's true. I would be very, very scared.
Yeah, I have dreams like that all the time where you're just in a different place and then, you wake up and you find out, oh, phew, that was just a dream.
But I wonder, is it a dream?
Is it a dream? That is an interesting question.
Well, I guess we'll have to take a short break, come back and find out more about this story.
Okay, let's take a break.
A good witch welcomes her to the land of Oz. She also thanks Dorothy because her house landed on and killed a wicked witch. The witch gives Dorothy the dead witch's special silver shoes. She advises Dorothy to see the great wizard Oz in the Emerald City. He might help her get home.
Welcome back, everyone! So before the break, we were looking at this classic story called The Wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Yes.
Now, the story started with a little girl named Dorothy, and she lives with her uncle and aunt on a farm.
And her dog Toto!
That's right. But then one day, a cyclone hits their farm, and it brought Dorothy and her dog Toto to a strange place. Uh-oh. And they don't know where they are.
Well, let's find out what happens to them, okay? So,
Okay.
continuing the story, a good witch welcomes her to the land of Oz. Okay, that's nice. You have somebody there who's welcoming, and it's a good witch,
But a good witch, usually when you think of witches, they're usually evil, aren't they?
Yeah, they're usually bad, but apparently there are both good and bad witches. She also thanks Dorothy because her house landed on and killed a wicked witch.
Oh, really?
Yes, so we were talking about good witches and bad witches. Well, what's a wicked witch? Now, wicked means really bad or morally bad. So if you're morally bad, that just means that you have bad morals, 道德, right? So for example, you can say the wicked man hurt the girl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
刚刚课文里提到了这个单字 wicked, wicked 形容词邪恶的。The wicked queen wanted to rule the kingdom. 邪恶的皇后想统治王国。Rule 指的就是统治。文法的部分，刚刚课文提到了这个短语 land on 落在什么的上方。Land 是动词，意思是着陆、降落。我们来看看这个例句。The leaves fell and landed on the water. 树叶掉了下来，落在了水面上。接着我们回到课文当中。
Okay, and now the witch gives Dorothy the dead witch's special silver shoes.
I don't know if I would want a dead person's shoes.
Well, I don't know either, but it says the dead witch's special silver shoes. Since they're special, maybe they have some kind of
Magical powers
Maybe.
or something, but I would still feel a little bit strange about taking a dead person's shoes.
That's true, but I think Dorothy did anyway.
Now, what does that mean if you're dead?
Okay, so dead is an adjective. Someone or something that is dead is no longer living. They're not alive anymore. For example, you can say the dead tree was gray and leafless. Uh-oh.
Okay. We also have another vocabulary word, silver, which is an adjective. Now, silver is a shiny, gray, white-colored precious metal that's used for making coins, jewelry, beautiful objects, etc. And silver, we also refer to the color of silver to describe something's color. We can say it's the color silver, right? So, for example, I bought my friend a silver necklace for her birthday.
Aw, that's very sweet of
I
you.
am very, very kind. I am a good witch.
Okay.
Okay, continuing the story. She advises Dorothy to see the great wizard Oz in the Emerald City. He might help her get home.
That's right, because she is now in a strange place and she probably wants to go back home, right?
Of course. Well, yeah, I mean, I imagine you would be pretty shocked if you woke up or you suddenly get out of a cyclone and you're in a strange land. So this great wizard Oz lives in a place called Emerald City.
That's right.
So she'll need to go there to get her some help to get home.
That's right. So to advise someone, that is a verb. Advise means to give advice, recommend or suggest something to someone. For example, you can say, my parents advised me about what to take on my trip. So that means they gave me suggestions on what to take on my trip. Maybe to bring a few sets of clothes and bring a first aid kit, something like that.
Interesting.
我们来看一下刚刚课文里提到的单字 dead, dead 形容词死亡的。The plant is dead because of the cold weather. 这棵植物因为寒冷的天气而枯死了。下一个单字 silver, silver 形容词银的、银色的。Joe bought a silver necklace for his sister. Joe 为妹妹买了一条银色项链。下一个单字 advise, advise 动词建议。The doctor advised Jenny to get more rest. 医生建议 Jenny 多休息。文法的部分刚刚提到了这个短语 A gives B something. A 把某物给 B. give 在这里是授予动词，如果后面要接物品，要用 A give something to B 来表示。介系词固定要用 to 哦。我们来看看这个例句 ：Ian gave me a birthday gift， 或者你也可以说 Ian gave a birthday gift to me。Ian 给我一个生日礼物。以上是今天的讲解，同学们要记得复习哦。
Okay, well, I hope she can find her way to the Emerald City because I'm sure she must be in shock being in this strange new land.
That's right, but I'm pretty sure we're still gonna see or hear some interesting things that's gonna happen along the way.
Yeah, because we still have more parts to come. This is just part 1. We've got part 2. We've got part 3. So why don't we end this and we'll come back and see you next time in part 2.
See you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Dorothy lives in Kansas with her aunt and uncle. One day, a cyclone hits their farm. It lifts the house and carries away Dorothy and her dog Toto. When the house comes down, Dorothy is in a strange place. A good witch welcomes her to the land of Oz. She also thanks Dorothy because her house landed on and killed a wicked witch. The witch gives Dorothy the dead witch's special silver shoes. She advises Dorothy to see the great wizard Oz in the Emerald City. He might help her get home.
我们来复习一下这一课的重点单字跟文法。单字的部分 hit 动词侵袭 dead 形容词死亡的 silver 形容词银的银色的 advise 动词建议 cyclone 名词龙卷风气旋 wicked 形容词邪恶的。接着我们来看文法的部分 carry away 把什么带走移走 The river carried my lantern away 河水冲走了我的灯笼 land on 落在什么的上方 Sue's book fell and landed on her foot Sue 的书掉了下来砸在她的脚上A gives B something. A 把某物给 B. I will give you some money. 或者是 I will give some money to you. 我会给你一些钱。好啦，以上是今天的重点单字跟文法，那我们下次再见喽，拜拜。
If you have ever wondered about what village life is like in an indigenous village or wanted to experience indigenous culture firsthand, visiting Formosan Aboriginal Culture Village might be a good option for you. There's a section in the park that introduces you to the different indigenous communities of Taiwan. Indigenous Villages covers the greatest area in Formosan Aboriginal Culture Village. It shows the lifestyles and cultures of indigenous people. The tour routes in the area are divided according to communities. You can visit the communities of the Saishat, Atayal, Sidik, Zhou, Sao, Bunong, Puyuma, Rukai, Tao, Amis, and Paiwan. Each community has their own building style and materials. Bamboo, stone slabs, and wood are common materials. Also in the area is Formosan Aboriginal Museum. It shows the culture and historical artifacts of indigenous people. The museum's collection includes indigenous clothes, woven items, home decorations, musical instruments, and household goods. The area is surrounded by forests. The walkway is lined with beautiful sculptures. You can enjoy a great view of the entire park from Observation Tower. This is also where you take the ropeway to Sun Moon Lake. When we mentioned the word artifact, it means an object made by a human, usually one of cultural or historical interest. So, maybe something you make today will one day be an artifact found by future generations to help them understand our way of life. It's interesting to think about. and really makes you appreciate the different things the Formosan Aboriginal Culture Village theme park has to offer, giving us a glimpse of indigenous culture.